Words, Awakening, and the Power of Conscious Speech, a Spiritual Reflection. From my own personal awakening journey, I have seen that spiritual awakening often begins not with grand events, but with words. Not casual speech, but words filled with longing, prayer, inquiry, or deep reflection. Sometimes a mantra, a sacred verse, or even an intense inner dialogue becomes the bridge through which one senses connection with universal energy. Ancient foundations. The Upanishads declare that sound and consciousness are inseparable. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 1.3.20 states, speech is rooted in the mind in prana, prana in the self. This shows how words, silence, and awareness arise from the same ultimate reality. The Mandukya Upanishad analyzes the syllable Om as encompassing waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and the transcendent state, sound as the totality of consciousness. Words, when used consciously, guide the mind inward toward clarity. The path of awakening. Awakening is rarely simple. It unfolds gradually, dissolving the rigid sense of ego identity. Many experience sleepless nights, deep emotional sensitivity, isolation or withdrawal, questioning of identity and purpose, strong inner energetic sensations, a turning away from old habits, a profound attraction to silence. Without grounding through meaningful words, prayer, mantra, or wise guidance, this phase can feel overwhelming. Scriptural guidance. The Bhagavad Gita emphasizes moderation and disciplined speech. In chapter 6, verse 16 to 17, Krishna teaches that neither excess nor deprivation leads to yoga, but balance stabilizes awakening. The Bhagavata Purana highlights remembrance through sacred sound, chanting, listening to wisdom, and devotional expression as powerful supports for emotional and spiritual stability. Philosophical depth. Kashmir Shaivism explains consciousness as vibration. The Shiva Sutras 1.1 declare, consciousness is the self. The Spanda Karika describes spanda, the universal pulsation underlying all existence, suggesting every sound reflects cosmic consciousness. The Vijnana Bhairava Tantra presents meditation on sound, breath, and silence as direct pathways to expanded awareness. Transformation of speech. As awakening matures, speech becomes quieter, transparent. Silence gains depth. Words carry calmness rather than agitation. Across Hindu traditions, awakened speech is seen as different from ordinary communication. Not supernatural, but natural, an expression of consciousness aligned with deeper reality. When ego recedes, words are truthful without force. Guidance emerges without domination. Compassion shapes expression. Thus, it is said, the words of the awakened function like mantra, arising from awareness, not reaction, from integration, not fragmentation. The balance of awakening. Tradition reminds us, awakening is personal, experiences vary. Psychological stability, ethical grounding, humility, and supportive community remain essential. The convergence of wisdom. Ultimately, all traditions converge on a simple truth. Speak consciously. Listen deeply. Use words to heal, not divide. Because when speech aligns with truth, awareness, and compassion, words cease to be mere sounds. They become pathways to inner harmony and universal connection. This version integrates references from the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata Purana, Kashmir Shaivism, Spanda Karika, Shiva Sutras, Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, and Mandukya Upanishad.